Today I'm looking forward to sharing 14 quickfire HMO tips that I know are going to help you. Hi, my name is Tony Law from Your First Four Houses, and I teach people how to build a small property portfolio that generates a great income for them so they can give up the day job if they wish, because they're now financially free. If this is your first time here, be sure to subscribe to the channel and click that bell notification icon so that you don't miss out on any of the free content that I give you each and every week. So today I'm looking forward to sharing 14 really quick fire HMO tips that I know are going to help you, and let's start straight off with choosing the right location. Demand is everything, I would suggest, when it comes to HMOs, because let's be really honest, in some parts of the country there's now a little bit of an oversaturation of HMO rooms. So I would start by focusing on where there is the greatest level of demand, and you're going to check this out by going onto Rightmove and looking for rooms available and rooms wanted. Other things to consider here are things like transport links, local facilities, local employers around the area. Moving on to house type, you're going to be obviously looking for bigger houses, generally speaking. If they're on a main road, that can be absolutely fine. It shouldn't automatically put you off. You don't necessarily need bigger gardens. What you really do want, though, are kind of like big, lumpy rooms, if you can find them. And Victorian houses can often make absolutely excellent HMOs. And of course, if you've got off-road parking, in some areas that's absolutely essential, in others less so. But of course, any kind of parking is generally going to be valuable. Use realistic figures when evaluating your deals, and be sure to factor in things like voids, all of the bills that you have, any maintenance that you need to take care of, any management charges, etc. And I encourage people to kind of err on the pessimistic side. In today's market, design really does matter, and there's some fantastic examples out there on online forums of some beautifully designed HMO rooms. I kind of encourage people to think sort of contemporary hotel room, but absolutely there are some beautiful designs that go way beyond contemporary, the kind of contemporary hotel room kind of look. You're also going to want to stage these rooms and then obviously take really awesome photos. And I often encourage people to connect with universities and then connect with photographic students within those universities, because these people, they want projects that they can do as part of their university degree. What better a project than to come in and take photos of your staged HMO rooms? Don't mix tenant types. I really feel this is so important, because goodness knows I've made this mistake before. If it's a professional house, then it's professional tenants. If it's student house, then it's student tenants. If it's LHA, then it's LHA type tenants. You really can't mix them. And all girl houses, for some reason, work really, really well, in my opinion. Slow down with your viewings. You want to find the right tenant who's going to stay for the long term, and of course kind of mesh in with the other housemates. And so if you're rushing your viewings, I honestly don't think you can take a really good, accurate view on that tenant. So take your time. I'm really not a fan of block viewings personally. I always like to encourage people to allow about 20 minutes per viewing. And don't be too scared of any voids. I honestly think it's far more important to get the right tenant the first time round. When doing your referencing, check potential tenants' Facebook profiles. I know that's maybe a little bit cheeky, but just do it, because if you go onto their Facebook profile, you can discover things that can immediately put you off letting to them, or of course, conversely, really encourage you to give them the room. Also, don't be afraid to Google their name and also their email address. Sometimes you can be quite surprising what you'll actually turn up. Make sure each tenant has their own cupboard in the kitchen, and their own shelf in the fridge, and their own freezer drawer as well, so that they're not trying to mix and argue with whose stuff is what in the fridge, or if you're sharing cupboards, equally that's going to be a similar kind of problem. Offer excellent service. Don't forget, these are of course your customers, and you want them to stay for the long term. So do all you can to make sure that they're really happy in the house, and quickly resolve any issues they may have when they're raised. Organise a professional cleaner. I personally do cleaning once a week, but you can do it fortnightly. But either way, you need to organise a professional cleaner that's going to come in and clean the social areas, the communal areas, and any bathrooms that are shared on a regular basis. But they shouldn't necessarily have to do the cleaning up of the washing up, for example. My cleaner certainly doesn't do that, and I don't know that that's really a necessity in an HMO personally. Use WhatsApp groups to communicate with each of your house, and you maybe even want to consider, if you've got a few HMOs, having a handyman as part of each WhatsApp group, so that when a tenant does raise an issue, your handyman will actually see that notification in WhatsApp and they'll jump straight on it and potentially resolve it before you've even spotted it. Use a checkout questionnaire when a tenant leaves. You'll be amazed at what this can reveal. I use Google Forms, but there are other systems out there that you can use. Or just ask for feedback on very specific questions like, well, obviously, what did they like best about the house? Or what would they do to improve the house if they could, etc., etc. It's a great way to improve the standard of what you're offering to your customers. Because let's be honest, if they're leaving, they're usually far more candid in their responses. You've got to join, in my opinion, join the NLA. Honestly, I can't say enough good things about the NLA. They have an excellent advice line that you will certainly benefit from phoning if you ever get any issues. And I would always suggest you take their advice over any issues you may have than any advice that you're offered on a forum, like on a Facebook forum. They also have all the paperwork that you'll need, including ASTs, all the tenancy agreements, Section 21 notices, Section 8, all of these kinds of bits of paperwork. They're all on there available for you completely for free. Lastly, make sure you have specialist HMO insurance, because honestly, normal buy-to-let type insurance, it's simply not good enough. In my online property masterclass, I have a whole load of content geared around how to find, fund and fill an HMO. And so if you'd like to book a 10-minute phone call with me to find out a little bit more about this course and how it could benefit you, simply click the link here to book a time slot.